Testing, testing, testing. Testing, 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 testing. Testing, testing, testing. Testing. Testing, testing. Testing one more time. Testing one more time. Testing, testing. Testing. Testing, testing, testing. Final testing, final testing. Hello everyone and welcome to Division 1, Miami. We are racing in Miami. I'm still trying to get the headphone in place. Okay, so I think I'm ready. Final test of audio. Hopefully it sounds good. Yeah, so welcome everyone to Division 1 Miami, the first race of the season, third season on this league. And we start to see some laps being in the board. The weird thing is that Zach decided to go on Inters, a little mistake on his side on the first run. We start to see, I think, a new driver, Monster MO, which will be called Monster for the entirety of this league. I haven't seen him race last season, so it will be interesting to see what he brings to the table. Then we have Bag of Donuts, our reigning champion. Let's see what he can do in this season. We also have John, who was probably one of the best drivers we had last season. Last season was in Formula 1 21. We start season 3 in Formula 1 2022, which the game, to be honest, it hasn't been the greatest. Like a lot of bugs, a lot of issues that still need to be tackled. I think we will see a lot of patches coming up in the next few months. I think probably by November we will have a very solid build of the game. Meanwhile, we see a lot of issues popping up all over the place. Let's talk about other players. Chuy Gallegos, the owner of the league. He's running on a Haas this season. Will be interesting to see what he can do as well. Irving seems to be a new player as well, a new driver. So we will be interested to see what he can do in this league. Robert Vega, he has been driving very good, very consistent. I think because of the power that drivers like John, Max, and God Palmer had last season, drivers like Robert Vega were kind of unable to capitalize a lot of points. Then we have Ernest. Ernest is also a driver from last season. He has been pretty good, and I think he was a bit of a fighter at the end of last season. Fire, I think he is improving a lot. We will see what he can do this season, but I'm hoping that he will have more pace, definitely more pace. Then we have Topbox, Crescent, both of them coming back to the season. Then we have Spidey Mao. Spidey Mao, he was a driver on the first season of the league. He took a break for the second season, and now he's back. He's midfield player, or at least that was he was on the first season. I remember racing against him, and his times were very much similar as mine. So definitely this will be a one to watch. Zach's back on the pits, hoping to get the proper tire. Then we have Max. Max, probably one of our best drivers. Let's see if he can aim for the championship this year or this season. Then we have Vibes. Vibes coming back for the new season. I hope that he has enough time to, practice and improve a little bit. And we wish him the best, definitely. Let's see what he can do on the first race of the season. Meanwhile, we start to see that John setting the fastest lap so far. And I think we can see that, like John, maybe Max, they will be able to set the pole position. Then we'll have people like Bag of Donuts, Chuy, Robert, setting better laps, or like second to third row laps. And then I think the rest of the field is still a mystery to know. But we can see that we have drivers that, according to their flags, are from Mexico, Argentina, Denmark, US. Let's see what else we can see on pits. Yeah, we don't see more flags, but we will know later. Let's talk a little bit about Division 2. That was last Monday, and that was a really bad race. The servers didn't help, and I think the race ended up being cancelled, which means that no points were given on the first race of the season. But here in Division 1, we're hoping to have at least a race, hopefully a good race. Miami is a very interesting track because if you make a mistake, you will pay really bad. Not only that, if you make a mistake, others will pay. So I definitely want to see, what drivers can do. Hopefully they will try to drive as clean as possible. But again, a small mistake here will be very costly to some people. Bives has left the session. We don't know if he will be racing today. Meanwhile, John is trying to get his tires warm and ready for trying to set a new fastest lap. So far, we don't see anyone challenging John because the closest one is Monster at 1:29.1, which is almost a second behind John. But let's stay with John. Let's see how he does his lap. And he is gonna start. So flat out all the way to the first corner. In the first corner, find your braking point, gate the apex. Here, be very careful with the spins that these three corners can give you. Here, use most of the track you can use. Here, again, be very careful with any possible spins. I think his setup is pretty good. Here, brake and try to get an entry as good as possible. And he sets the fastest first sector. Here is probably the most calm part of the track. As fast as you can, all the way to here. Try to find the perfect braking point, hit the apex. Here, don't rush it, keep it calm, and get ready for this little chicane. He goes in second gear. Some people take it on first gear, so this is good to know for people who are trying to beat his lap time. He also goes fastest on the second sector, which means that we might be seeing, an improvement on this lap. And let's see how he finishes the lap. And it's still in the 128s, but it's in the low 128s. Meanwhile, Monster, I don't know if he's trying to set a lap. Let's see. Second sector is gonna almost be over, and he's improving. 1/10 fastest than his previous lap. Here, find the perfect braking point. Oof, a little bit wide. That might cost him. I don't think he will have the pace